Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I am so pleased to be telling this story with our delightfully daring and fantastically frightening cast of players, Danny, Haley, and Joe! That's right, Joe's back! The family is back together, and we're gonna dive in fast so we can get to the furious content, family. Specifically Forge of Fury, that is. The second dungeon in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure. That was a terrible joke, but I was feeling it. Deal with it.
Right. Someone out there got it.
Yep. The last few eps, we've been doing some Grimace Fist side plot action with Danny and Haley, along with some downtime and some overland travel encounters. So today, we are going to be back in the thick of it, dungeon crawl style, and I am very excited. It has been a while since we played these characters, so please, could you give a quick reminder to everyone who you are playing, what they're like, etc., etc. Starting with Rolls Fake Dice, Danny!
Hi, I'm Danny. I'm playing Pebble, who is a tiny halfling who thinks that she is a giant. But maybe she's right. Who knows?
She is.
And I'm Haley. I'm playing Winnie, the fairy ranger, and she's dealing with a lost friend as well as a lost sister. So she's losing all her people, trying to find them all, gather them back. She's also collected a new one, so she's feeling good about that.
I'm Joe. I'm playing Fia and also Anya. Fia is pretty headstrong. Likes to kick down doors a lot. Doesn't really understand pausing for attention before doing so. And is dealing with the fact that she now shares her body with a few more than just herself.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Very headstrong. Does not like feeling trapped by doors.
No.
There's also
Very
a very niche pun.
anti-doors.
I am so excited. So we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna give a super abbreviated, fast-paced, Fast and Furious announcements. I don't even watch those movies. I just feel compelled to make the jokes over and over again. First, we got sponsors, and they're great. Everything from indie RPGs like Emberwind and Buried Without Ceremony, all the way up to GameStop, the #1 retailer for all things gaming. Check out those links and support the folks that support us. Spawners. Second, we've got channel point challenges in chat. Don't forget those channel points. Donate them. I already see a couple of them popping off. Thank you. To unlock some cutscenes for your favorite NPC or favorite PCs. Not NPCs. Maybe NPCs will be on there later. Third, join our Discord and follow our socials because we are always coming up with new content all the time. We've got questions of the week, all kinds of fun stuff. And that brings us straight into the fourth thing, which is the Tales Pride Initiative. For the second year in a row, we are going to be putting together a weekend of fantastic TTRPG goodness with some amazing guests, cool chat giveaways, and everything is going to benefit the Trevor Project, an amazing charity that provides safe, free, confidential suicide prevention support to LGBTQ youth. And finally, the fifth thing, content warning. We're on our spooky shit at Tales Does Tales o'clock, so you best be believing in moist monsters and toothy terrors. Oh lord, they're coming. Get ready. Did I miss anything?
Beautiful. Beautiful, Matthew.
Yay! Well then, if I haven't missed anything, let's pull back the veil to reveal what happened last time when we told our tale. It would help if I didn't mess up the music transitions. Tale. Winnie and Fia have been teleported into the region known as Inari's Tears, a semi-mountainous region of sporadic woods, lush grassland, and countless lakes. They travel in search of a mostly forgotten dwarven fortress called Khundrukar, which is the last known whereabouts of their friend and adventuring companion, Daya. They left the group several days ago in search of the cause of their strange visions that started happening when they found a scroll case containing a partial map to Khundrukar down in the Sunless Citadel. On the way, the group has encountered the most haunting of weather phenomena, a corpse storm, where the corrupted bodies of worlds long dead topple out of the sky and into this world. But they also encountered a new friend, named Pebble, the smallest of stone giants, who appears to be on her own quest for the old dwarven fortress, chasing after raiding orcs and visions of her own. The undead proved tenacious, outnumbering them and forcing them to retreat as some horrifying abomination began to unearth itself from where it fell. After achieving a tense, yet still safe long rest in a small cleft between the hills, the group awakes to begin their explorations of the areas surrounding Khundrukar, making their way towards a small tower of smoke that climbs up from the trees on one of the lesser hilltops near the bare bit of stone jutting out of the ground called the Stone Tooth. That will move us over to the map so that you can get a sense of where you are. This is sort of a regional map of Khundrukar and or really the Stone Tooth, and also the major features surrounding it. You are where that little purple spirally thingy is, right over there. And the little bit of smoke that you are initially looking to investigate is right there. You also saw this like winding road right here that kind of switchbacks up into the mountain, going up towards the bare peak of Stone Tooth. You get a sense that like this path would have been far harder to see in the past, but a lot of like the trees and the brush have sort of been cleared out and not really been maintained to keep that camouflage up. So it's a lot more obvious where it's leading up into this old fortress. You could just barely see that it like cuts out of sight, and that is probably where, well, Pebble knows that is where the entrance to Khundrukar proper is. But you are heading, or at least attempting to head, towards wherever that smoke is. What that smoke do?
Dead smoke.
That smoke. So give me whoever is leading, give me a survival check.
I guess since I've been here.
Yeah,
Or would I
maybe
be-
because you've been around the area. I feel like
Entirely up to y'all. I would say, Pebble, you have not investigated the smoke very specifically.
Oh, okay.
You know that you know it's there. You know it's kind of like a landmark that you've been able to use to kind of navigate your wanderings around the mountain, but you have not actually gone to the smoke. So entirely
Okay,
up to y'all who you want to go for.
Can I use that knowledge to help them?
I would say you could. Do you have proficiency in either survival or perception?
Yes, in survival.
Okay, cool. So you could help someone if you wanted to. If you wanted someone else to make the survival roll.
yeah. If I was I the one that noticed the smoke?
All three of you can see it, but if you
No, okay,
wanted,
cool.
if you wanted to be the ranger and lead, you could also do that.
Yeah.
Sure. So go ahead and make that survival check with advantage.
16.
16. That is good enough. You are able to. It takes a couple of hours because you're having to go off of the path. So any speed you are gaining in directness, you are having to make up through the sheer athleticism of the climb. Winnie, not a huge deal for you. You could fly. But for Pebble and Fia, you are having to trudge up a fair bit of verticality to reach where this smoke is. And I'll adjust the map so we can see. So I will say that you have been able to get up into that area. Give me one more. This will be a perception check. No help, because Pebble, you've been able to help Winnie keep a bead on it and like survive track to where the smoke is coming from. This is to actually pinpoint the exact location of the smoke. So Winnie, give me a perception check.
Oh yay, 23.
Damn. Yes.
19.
It's one of those things where it gets harder the closer you are, because you can't just like look from a distance and see, oh, the smoke trail is right over there. It's starting to get.
I fly up
Yes.
and get a better view and then come back down, and that's how I'm able to get that.
Exactly. Whereas a lame person with no wings would be stuck like trying to discern smoke through all of these heavy tree trunks. You are able to fly up, get a bead on it, continue the path forward, and you successfully lead everyone to what looks like a roughly natural fissure in the ground and there is just smoke coming out of it. There's no heat that you could tell. This doesn't look volcanic. You're about maybe 30 feet away from it. It's just this sort of like gray tinder smoke coming out of a hole in the ground.
We want to look around and see if... Does this look like fire smoke?
Yeah.
Is there another another hole anywhere? Like if I do like a little flap around,
Flying around looking for
is
another
it,
hole
it's
like
a
it.
little hill. Yeah, not another hole like it, but like, is there any sort of markings that don't look natural on that same hill?
Doing sort of a quick little scope out, you're not able to see anything that would designate a path. Nothing that nothing that looks like a door. There's no worked to any of this. It's just this hole with the smoke coming out.
Did the hole look worked?
No.
Okay. I'm out of ideas.
How big is the hole?
The hole it's jagged. It's not a perfect shape, but it's ebbing between 3 feet and 5 feet wide.
Oh, so like all of us could potentially climb down there.
You could potentially climb down. Are you getting close? I assume you're getting close enough to sort of inspect
Yeah.
what this looks like. Thea, give me an investigation check as you're getting close enough to do that. The DM said the magical words, I assume you're getting close enough to inspect it. And now Joe's giving me that look of like, what are you doing?
Oh, I was like, my brain was like, yeah, Winnie's immediately like, what's going on over here? And then as soon as she said that, I was like, oh no, I shouldn't have done that.
No.
12.
12. I would say that's good enough to notice that like there is not an extraordinary amount of heat coming off of this thing. It does feel very similar to like when you're downwind of the campfire and the smoke gets in you. It's just like log, smoke, and ash.
Yeah, dry wood. Okay. There, like, I want to look around for like a small rock or a stick or something that I can just dunk.
There are small rocks and sticks all over. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to just drop it in and see what happens.
Okay. Let me see something here. Oh boy.
Wait, here, I just want to, can I wet the rock first?
Yes, you can't. How are you wetting the rock?
Oh God, do I have a bloody, I have a, what are they called? A
bloody
water
what?
skin?
Water
I have a
skin,
water
yes.
skin, and I literally just pour a little bit of water over the rock so it's wet.
I'm sorry. That was maybe
You know,
a
I
dumb
know.
question. In my head,
Yeah.
I immediately went to Jack Sparrow, just like licking the rock. I guess
Yeah.
that was me. That's on me. My bad.
I spit on the rock. Yeah. No, I make it wet.
Can I ask, what are you hoping to accomplish by wetting the? What's the betterness of a wet rock?
When it falls down, I want to see if it's sizzling when it hits the bottom.
Okay. Cool. That makes a lot more. I was very confused. Wet rock will be stealthier. I was like,
No. I want to know if that's a live fire down there and if we'll notice.
no.
Because if I don't want to pour my water skin down there without checking.
Mm-hmm. I love this so much.
Let me throw a wet rock.
It's happening. You've thrown the wet rock. I'm just these are the things that I didn't immediately have in my notes. So if the players throw a wet rock down the hole, what?
You're welcome. I'm keeping you on your toes.
Nope, not making that joke. Give me a perception check. 12. You throw it, you hear a couple of clatterings, like it's bumping off of stuff on the way down. You're not able to discern any sort of sizzle. It seems like pretty far way down.
Yeah.
Not like an insurmountable distance, but far enough down that even if there were something for it to sizzle against, it's gonna be tough to hear that.
Yeah, If it was only a few feet down, then it may be. But
No,
if
this
not,
is-
it just
Yeah.
it was an added extra just in case it was close.
Nope. It was very good. It's a very good idea. It just completely coughed. My brain was not where yours was, and I was having to rectify that.
After it's thrown down and we can kind of hear the clatter, do we hear anything else like movement or talking or?
Give me a perception check.
Uh, 18.
18. You don't hear any movement. Nope. There's the chirping of birds and little cracking of twigs from forest movings, but there's no signs that anything else is going on.
Okay. Then since we know it's far down, can I tie off some rope to like something sturdy?
Sure.
Rock.
Yeah, there's plenty of like trees nearby and things like that. How much rope do you have?
50 feet.
Okay. You're able to tie that off. So you've got basically like 10 feet of rope up top to the tie off point, and so it's going 40 feet down.
Should we just head down?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Just
Does it like?
you don't want to go down there. Pull the rope back up for a second, and maybe we could try something.
I will say I probably wouldn't have thrown it yet. I probably would just.
Oh,
You got it
Here.
spooled up and ready to go. Yeah.
tie Craig to the end of it and lower him down. See if we can see anything.
Okay.
I just want to know if it's wide enough because I mean I know I'm in a skirt, but like I don't want to hit.
Tie. Oh, tie.
Alright, I'm gonna cross my legs. I'm still hovering and close my eyes and cross my legs, and I concentrate on the rappel, and I see how wide it is the whole way down.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's a bizarre sensation because like you also have this sort of like echolocation kind of pressure sense about you. You're able to detect like the nearby objects near you without vision, but you've always kind of had the comfort of overlaying your vision on top of it a bit. So there's been that sort of like confirmation. It's weird just having the like sonorous empty vacuum vision, and you're just getting this like little weird squeaky narration as Craig the Rapple is lowered into the smoky hole.
Does it stay the same?
It is ebbing and flowing. It's very cavernous. It's not getting wide and massive, but it's also not getting so tight as to be like, oh, we couldn't make it past that pinch point. It's jagged, and actually make a perception check on behalf of Craig, using Craig's stats.
Do I have a stat block for?
It should be in your extras tab. I made sure to add
Oh yes.
the Rapple stat block.
Oh, there he is. What
There's
was it?
our
Sorry.
precious boy. Perception.
Wisdom. A 17.
17. The main thing of like value that you get from this is Craig notices that there is like a little bit of a slipperiness to the wall. Like there's occasionally like he's like bumping into the sides as he sort of like shakes and shimmies down. And there is a wetness to the rock here that would make it reasonably difficult to scale without the use of a rope.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you were lowering him all the way to the end of the rope, correct?
As soon as it starts to get close to ground, because how far is his 30 feet?
30 feet of blind sight?
What senses? What is that? The tremor sense?
Yes, tremor sense, yeah.
Tremor sense, yeah, 30 feet.
Oh, so tremor sense, you're getting even weirder levels of perception.
Yeah.
Basically, the only time you perceive anything is when the rope like swings and he bumps into a wall, and then you get this like flash of data, and then like
Yep.
Yep. it gets to the bottom of the rope and like a couple of like bumps does not sense bottom. So you know that it is at least 70 feet down.
Okay. Pull her up. It goes 70 feet down.
I'll pull it back.
I love him so much. I get distracted every time.
What are you doing?
Is it too smoky that we couldn't go down it without choking? Or is it?
You don't think so. It's like, it's very loose. It's not very concentrated smoke. It's pretty loose. You're not going to have a fun time, but you're not going to choke to death either.
Okay.
Cool.
I can go down first if you want. At least if something's at the bottom, I can fall on top of it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to fall anyway. It's further than the rope.
Unless anybody else has some extra rope, we can tie it.
Yes, maybe.
I think I do.
Yes, I have 50 feet of rope too.
Yes, I also have 50 feet of rope.
Nice.
Gotta love
All
that standard
150
adventuring gear.
We all tie 150 feet of rope together and pull
Yeah.
right down the hole.
Amazing.
Spelunking.
Yes. I can go second, and then if you fall, I could try catch you. Maybe. At least I'll have you, and I'll see that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I should be good, but yeah, I don't mind going last. I can keep a lookout up here and make sure there's nothing.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Fia, you are going down first.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check.
Cool. That's great.
You're using a rope. You got the advantages stacked in your
18.
favor. 18.
18.
Very fine. You are able to start climbing down the rope. I'll sort of resolve this all at once. Winnie, I will say that it's too narrow for you to fly easily, right? So the climbing is definitely your best bet in terms of just traversing it. If you needed to like hero duck down there and try and catch someone, you could try it, but it'd be tough. But go ahead and make an athletics check for the climb. And then Pebble, you can go ahead and do the same.
And a 6.
6.
12.
12. This shows you the advantages of being prepared and thinking before you drop. A 12 would have failed had it not been for the rope, and a 6 not only would have failed, it would have forced you to make a saving throw or fall the rest of the way. So, very good that you used the rope. You are all able to scale down the rope and arrive in a room. And I'm going to have to move you on the map to a different place than where I thought you would be.
Like, they're gonna go investigate the smoke, but there's no way they're dropping down this hole.
I wasn't banking on you not, but I was like, they'll be cautious, I bet. Nope. Love it. I love this.
We are cautious. We have a rope.
Yeah.
We have a rope. We did the cautious thing. We checked it.
And we even set the rappel down first. Just
You
to
did.
do a
Threw
Threw in
scout
a wet
mission.
rock.
And a wet rock.
I did not anticipate the wet rock. That's where I went wrong. I was not ready for that.
Yes.
Amazing.
We're prepared.
Prepared. Alrighty. I will now activate the new map.
Ooh. Little room.
Your little
We're
room.
tiny.
It is a big map. Yeah, you're going to have to zoom in.
Well, we're in the dungeon, that's for sure.
Amazing. Let me give you some flavor text. Everybody loves flavor text.
Everyone.
You lower yourself down a little bit down the way as you're traversing that rope. You start to feel like a pretty concentrated updraft, like there is like a source of heat, temperature imbalance that's creating a little bit of air movement in this space. It's not quite enough to have Fia Marilyn Monroe her way down, but it's noticeable. And you all arrive into a large, smoky, fiery campfire kind of situation. There's battered pots and kettles stacked all over this room, which clearly serves as a crude kitchen of sorts. It's making the best of what it has. It's sort of this kitchen cobbled together from salvaged supplies. And the smoke is not nearly bad at all in this room. It's not like it's gathering up here. That draft is keeping it exiting through the hole pretty quickly. And you tied off all of that rope. You've actually got like a decent spoolage of rope down at the bottom. It was only about 80 feet from the top where you entered to down here.
Can we take off one of the ropes?
Yes, you could gather back that
Pack that
other
one up.
50 feet of rope. Yeah.
Cool. Grab that back. Here, Pebble. Wait. You gave up the rope first.
Oh, thank you. Then I'll take that back.
So yeah, you are in this room now. You are officially in the dungeon. What do you do?
I'm gonna look around. Does it look like anybody's been here recently other than the fire?
Give me a survival check.
How fresh does the fire look?
You can also give me a survival check.
12.
16.
You said 16 for yours, Winnie. 12. It looks like there's been movement here within the past 24 hours. Like someone comes in every once in a while. Sort of building off of that, Winnie, the fire is reasonably fresh. It's low. It's not this massive flame right now. It's kind of maybe like halfway burnt out, but there is like a pile of coals and tinders over in the corner that is used to occasionally refresh this thing. There's no pot over it right now, but it does look like there's a couple of pots and supplies nearby ready to put some meals on.
But there's no bedrolls, nothing.
It doesn't look like anyone sleeps in here. This is a very purpose-driven room. You do see its light casting down into that, there's a little passageway that's leading out of this room into a larger area, and there are a bunch of crates and pallets and salvaged supplies in that larger cavern to the northwest.
That is the only thing off this, isn't it? Yeah, let's go take a peek.
Yeah, there's only one way, so let's go that way.
There is only one way. I did try and draw the walls a little bit kinder for the purposes of movement, so hopefully you'll be able to move, but let me know if you get hung up on a corner.
Can I on the way out grab anything that looks like good food or herbs or something?
Do you have any cooking tools or anything like that?
Yep.
Proficiency? Cool. Yeah, give me a wisdom check with proficiency then.
9.
9. The food's here okay. You've got a potato.
I'll grab the potato.
Yeah. You saw an unchopped
Can't beat
potato
potatoes.
there for you. You can do a lot with those. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Put them in the ground and never get rid of them.
Alrighty. Entering this next area, Fia, you've stormed ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The walls and floor of this natural cave have been carefully smoothed. You can discern at least 4 routes leading off into the darkness in various corners of this room. Red coals glow from the southeastern passageway where you just came from. And you also notice it's a little bit past you on the western side. You are noticing that there is what looks like a wooden cage door built into the walled off the stone walls here, the cave walls.
I mean,
The other passageways look open as far as you can tell.
I want to check out what that cage thingy is, because that's either a door somewhere or it's a door keeping something in there. So I'm gonna take a closer look at that.
We very slowly follow and carefully and quietly.
Give me stealth checks. Anyone who's trying to be stealthy, give me stealth checks.
10.
Hold on, I have disadvantage on stuff. Okay, that's 13.
21.
21. Nice.
You're invisible.
All of you are being reasonably stealthy as you're moving through here. I'll say Fia, to the west, you immediately notice that there is a door blocking off what looks to be a pretty, it's not like a natural cavern anymore. There is like construction happening here. Not active construction, but is in like worked stone. This place has areas that have been manufactured into specific shapes. And that passage to the west has that, along with a heavy stone door. There is the makeshift cage to your south, another, and then two other sort of cavernous passages, both to the north and to the east. Down in this cave, you see two people in there. Neither of them looks to have noticed you.
Is there anything in the cages? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, there are two people in those cages.
Okay, cool. Sorry. I think you said cave and I got lost.
Nope, that's okay. It looks like one of them is a human woman, kind of tattered robes, not robes, like just sort of farmer's wear. And the other one is an orc who is similarly minimally dressed, tatters, looks really dirty. They both look frankly malnourished, like they've been in here for quite some time.
Okay. Well, before they notice us, can we just make sure that all the rest of the passages, there isn't going to be someone sneaking up behind us?
You can absolutely attempt to, yeah.
Attempt to, Matthew. Matthew!
What?
Okay. You're using my own phrases against me.
How dare you make me bleed my own blood?
Thank you, Dodgeball. Come on, you can
Which
do
one
it.
you going
Yes.
to? Yeah, you going to the north?
Yeah. Just want to take a look. Just sneaky.
I'll just
Just want to make sure there's nothing else coming up.
I'll follow you along with the little weird orb of GM sight, so that we can all see what you're seeing. It is continuing up into what looks like another pretty open, cavernous area. Let me give you a hint of flavor text for that region.
Beautiful. I'm just gonna go a little further up, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just for vision reasons, gotta
Yeah.
show off the map you put.
Just for vision
you
reasons.
lovingly made.
No
Yeah.
other reasons.
No.
No other reasons. I'll move the little sensor up so we can get a little bit more view of those lovely crates and barrels. Haphazard stacks of crates, barrels, and sacks and bundles crowd this long cavern. You can see that, like, up ahead, directly to the north, it kind of terminates into a hewn wall, but to your left and to your right, it kind of stretches out a little bit. It's a much longer cavern than the one you just came from. To the north, two finished stone passageways open to the east and west, and a narrow opening leads to the south. And there is something in the southeast corner that you do not see. I almost read that flavor text. You almost tricked me. Haha.
Well, now I know there's something in that corner.
I know.
Suspicious.
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 Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's
Maybe it's
poop.
Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Okay. Thought.
What you thinking?
I don't
What you
know
doing?
that thing is there, so I'm not going to look any further.
I will say that
because-
you do not recognize, if you would like to make a perception check to spot anything that would get your hackles up.
Where are you? There. Oh yeah, it's the 16.
16. Let me. Okay. You do not see anything that is moving around. You're not hearing any noises that are up close. I would say that you maybe hear a little bit of noise coming from kind of the northern direction, but it's very faint. It's hard to discern A, what it is, and B, exactly where it's coming from. It's kind of muffled like it's behind stuff. And it doesn't feel like it's getting closer or further. It just feels like passive noise coming from a direction.
Okay. Cool. Not
Is it?
an immediate concern. Let's
Kaylee,
check
what were you
the
gonna say?
other passage.
Is there any stuff in these crates, or is it just all empty crates and stuff?
Crates and stuff and crates. Boots and cats. Give me a... Oh, my brain's in a weird space today. Give me an investigation check.
21.
21. It is a lot of stuff. It's all very mundane and boring. It's like flour and nails and lengths of wood, grain, all like kind of raw supplies that you would like, you'd run a warehouse with this room. Basically, you would guess that for every 500 pounds of stuff you gather up, it's worth 20 gold. So it's real bad value for weight.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Okay.
Just making sure it's not stuff.
Yeah, you don't see any signs of like secret compartments or chests or anything. And I assume you were doing that like stealthily. You're just like cracking open some barrels that are kind of already open.
For personal goods sort of deal. Like, so if that didn't catch my attention, then it's gone. I'm just looking to see if they've like, because I saw people in a cage. I was like, oh, I wonder if their stuff's been chucked into a crate here or something like that.
Totally. I will say one thing you notice about this room that is very different from the fire room. This one does have some bedrolls laid out, but they look, I'll say with that investigation check, rolling that over, they look largely unoccupied. Like they have not been tended to in quite some time.
Okay. And just so you know, Pebble, Winnie can't see anything in front of her, so she's like kind of got one hand on your shoulder and one hand grabbing your arm, both like left hands. So just so you know, she can only see 10 feet in front of her in the darkness. So
Okay.
I'm gonna check this other passage.
Sure. I
before
love
we-
this.
I hate the way you can say a particular word that should be like perfectly benign, but it actually makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
I should make a TikTok about that. That's a GMing skill. You need to be able to say completely normal words in an incredibly threatening way.
Matthew,
If you're getting-
Thea
you're
has
getting
a dump truck of an ass. She
Yep.
cannot move through that gap.
Fia's thick cheeks are too strong for this hallway.
Yep.
Let me get you some help there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
Thanks so much.
Fia is dummy thick and cannot stealth check her way around that corner.
No.
just a
Ooh.
big scraping sound as she passes through the cabin wall.
Yeah. Now you're seeing that thing in the southeast that I was talking about, or maybe not talking about, huh?
Okay. Is that a pit, or am I looking at some kind of...
Let me get you that rest of that flavor text.
That'd be lovely. Thank you so much. I'm so hungry for that flavor.
You are in sort of this like Y intersection, this narrow bit of cavern connecting these larger segments, and in the southeast corner of that longer cavern, you're noticing similar boxes and stuff, and you're kind of in your head mapping that cavern out. There is an old well that looks like it is full of murky water.
Okay. It's a lot of
Not
wet
that
rocks.
exciting. I just totally baited you into some really lame flavor text.
You did, yeah. I love
Old
it.
well of murky water.
Cool. And there's nothing else in this particular...
Let me double check that there's nothing else
Is it actually murky
interesting
water?
there. I will say that the stack of crates that is like just past that section, that little well of murky water. I got them on the map now. This pile of crates, it's letting you see past that. It's actually really difficult to see past those. They are from floor to ceiling, almost like an impromptu barricade, kind of like clogging up that passageway.
It's all dry wood, though, right?
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to lift it out of the way. We could just...
You wouldn't have to.
I want to know what's down here.
We all do.
What's in here, Matthew?
What's going on down here? gonna have to get a little further in to know what's going on down there.
Before that happens, I'm gonna quick retcon, run back, tell Pebble what I'm doing, run back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Give me another stealth check. I feel like you've gone a couple distances here. Give me one more stealth check.
At least 3, yes. Yeah. Hold on, I have disadvantage. It could get worse.
Oh boy.
That was a 5.
A 5. Not great.
Them thick thighs are not a good cleric move.
You there's definitely like you think like, oh, okay, before I go any further, I'm gonna go let Pebble know. And like turning around, your mace just like smashes against rock. The two of you in the original cavern, Pebble and Winnie, you both hear the two figures in the cage kind of like just like settle themselves, like kind of go stiff. And the orcish fellow kind of like, you can see him clearly like looking around into that room. Who's there?
I would have been hiding. Sorry, I was moving my token around to see what I can see,
Sure.
but I can't see anything. I'm not quite sure if that's like the lighting or.
Do you have
'cause
dark
you-
vision? Oh gosh, did I turn the
Do I?
Did I turn the campfire off? No, I
I
didn't.
thought I did. No, I guess I don't.
I don't think halflings have dark vision by default.
I lived underground my whole life, though.
I lived underground my whole life.
Whatever. All right. So
Oh,
I can
good, I'm
just
clinging
see.
onto another person that cannot see.
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah,
It's my sister.
if there's areas you cannot see, it is because you need light to be able to see them.
Am I the only one who can see in the dark?
I'm gonna
Seriously?
let me double check for you that halflings don't have dark vision.
Okay.
On your character sheet under senses, does it have anything for you?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you are. Whoops, all normalized.
I'm leading the blind.
Yeah.
Is the cage within 10 feet of me?
Let me see. Cage within 10 feet. You can kind of sense that cage wall. Yes, you can sense the bars of the cage, but nothing past it. However, both of you do hear, who's there?
From the cage or from somewhere
From
else?
inside the cage.
Do we want to be quiet? Do you want to keep hiding?
We're already still thing.
I know. I got a 10. They can see me, I imagine. But you can stay hidden.
Yeah. Okay.
See how it goes.
Yeah, I will kind of hold, like, make sure that I can keep Winnie at least sort of in my sight.
Mhm.
And kind of creep, like, stealthily after her, just in case anything happens. But
Sure.
I'm going to step foot onto the ground and fold my wings completely down. And I put my second hands like in my cloth thing, and I put my fingers together like this, and my huge bug eyes, and I'm going to like creep over to the cage using my like haunted look in my face that just like shows like that I've been through terror and horror and I've been in an awful situation, and I'm going to act like a child stumbling through the cabin.
Give me a deception check. I love this.
It's not going to be great, but oh my god, I got a natural 20, but it's a -2.
I will say, I rolled pretty well, but a natural 20 is gonna pull it off. Is the orcish person like is kind of close to the bars, not close enough that like if you like you couldn't reach him very easily. But like curiosity has drawn him forward a little bit. I'll move you over so that you should be able to at least kind of see what's going on here with your little blind sight.
Yeah, I stay a little bit away, like from the bars. I'm not like at them.
Yep.
Hopefully. But my feet are on the ground, and I'm like, I think I'm lost.
How the hell did you get down here?
I fell down.
He's like looking you over, and it's starting to make very little sense to him because like you've got no broken legs, you're not walking with a limp. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Where are we?
We're in a horrible place.
Why
It's got a
you-
funny dwarven name. I can't remember it.
Do you want me to get you out of there?
If you can, yeah.
Well, you're in a cage. It's not.
Yeah, I want out, but we want out. And he sort of like looks behind him towards the woman, but which you don't see, but there is a woman behind him. You get the sense implies at least there is a second person in this cage. How can you get us? You're a kid. What's happening?
I can try and help. I need you to help me get out of here.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you can get us out, great.
Okay. And I'm gonna just shuffle off in the direction that Fia went.
Okay. Bye.
Because I mean, she's a child. She doesn't know what help means or how to help out get out of a cage.
Sure.
So she leaves
Alrighty.
out of their eyesight. But I do tell Fia and Pebble I mean, Pebble was probably listening to that whole thing.
Yeah, Pebble, you heard that whole thing. And I'll say that, Fia, you probably I'll move you a little bit. You get to like right there, right as Winnie is coming over.
Now, I don't know if they can see me, but I can't see anything, so I'm going to share that information with Fia. The people in the cage aren't supposed to be in the cage. Do you think we're definitely where we're supposed to be? Dwarven place.
Dwarven place. That sounds about sort of ish, correct?
Mm. Can I leave them?
Winnie, you already left them. Like they're
I know.
back there.
Should we keep going?
I mean, I don't have a key.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we find one, we can come back, right?
Yeah. Unless you think I can smash it, but I don't know exactly what's down here or what's on the other side of that door, and I don't know how many things I'll have to smash.
Hmm.
And they don't really look like in much condition to help.
No. But, well, I could always ask them for more information, but we could just do that later, maybe. If we ever come back.
Okay. Look, do they look like they can at least fight or something?
I only saw the half orc? Was it? Sorry. Was
You
it a
guess
full-
somewhere in that spectrum. You're not sure.
Yeah. And how did it? Could have told how long he was in there for, or did he look like? Did he look really really skinny and hadn't eaten in a long time and dirty and all those bits, or was he just like?
I mean,
Is there any way I
he
can
did
tell?
look like that.
Yeah.
Give me. I'm gonna call this insight. It's hovering between insight and investigation, but I'll call this insight.
Yeah. Nah. 5.
5. Yeah, I mean, he looks filthy. Well, he looks like he's been in there for quite some time.
Maybe just someone to get out when we get out. If we can.
What do you think, Pebble?
am I over there? I can't even tell.
Yes, you are over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Does anyone want to Pebble, can you at least see like where that fire is? It's giving a little bit of glow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything else is just complete black.
Everything else is complete black. Does anyone want to cast a light spell or have a torch? You could light a torch. You can travel around with light. You can solve these things.
True.
I've
That's
got.
true.
Well, we were trying to be sneaky. It's a
Yes.
little hard to be sneaky with a bunch of light.
It is hard to be sneaky with light. That is the prisoner's dilemma I have delivered you.
Yeah. Really should have figured out.
Personally,
Yeah.
I'm delighted that the
Down
party
hard.
doesn't have a bunch of dark vision because that always heavily nerfs like dungeon crawls in my mind. But
I don't know why we all went dungeon crawl. Let's not make a character. With
we're not gonna need dark vision.
Ooh,
I didn't even think of that.
I don't even have anything to set on fire. Oh, I do have a torch.
I was gonna say you got
Yeah.
torches. You got torches and tinder boxes.
Yeah. I guess I'll make a torch.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Pebble, you light a torch. I'm going to give your token some light. I think torches are 20 and 20.
20 and 20. Yep.
Oh, no. Yes. No. Oh, my brain hurts. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. So, Pebble, you now have a torch, and you can see. Because I hope you can see. Please tell me
There
you
are
can see.
people back there.
They exist. The rest of your party exists.
Oh,
I couldn't see anything before. It was all just.
I can see
Echo
clearly
location.
now. The torch is lit.
Can we be seen by the prisoners now, though?
Probably.
let me do a little quick double check on the map here. Oh, it's not giving me direct vision, but you don't necessarily see this because there's kind of a lot of occlusion happening with these crates and stuff in the way. But for the audience's perspective, this gentleman does like get to the bars and is kind of like looking over and peering through them, sees a light source happen, like hears the torch happening, and is like aware. And y'all probably hear some like there's a little bit of like muttering and talking between the two, but nothing else happens.
Cool. He probably just thinks it was me lighting a torch. Let's go. I'll take up the back, so in case.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Where are we
Whoa.
Okay.
We're going up here?
We checking out this way before we go back for them, or do we want to go back for them?
Nah, let's just keep going.
I mean,
Alright.
I guess we could
Like you
get them
said,
food
can't
real
help
quick.
us.
My dump truck cannot get through the gap.
Yep. I need to fix these tunnels. These were done before I figured out the better way of doing this, and they are
Should I
very.
go quickly
You
drop
know,
off
think-
some rations?
I mean,
What's
I
my
mean, they
family
could know
rations?
who's down here, though. 'Cause somebody. They can know how many.
I mean, they asked to get let out.
okay.
I can do it. I can do it.
Y'all going back for the prisoners?
They don't have any
I can't move
weapons.
my butt through the
Do you?
Really.
Fia just keeps getting stuck in this tunnel from hell.
My childbearing hips
like
are
it
just
just-
too large.
They could
Um,
just keep hearing on the walls of the cabinets.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
I'll fix some of these wall segments here. Poor Fia.
I'll
We all just walk up to the bars like, hi, we're back.
You can't. Oh my
Children
god,
of the
that's
corn.
horrifying. It's the scariest thing that's happened in this game yet.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
How
I
are
think
you
so.
presenting yourself to
That's why
these?
that's when Danny walked straight up to the bars and I followed her. I mean,
I-
Pebble, sorry.
Yeah, I kind of like poked my head around like over here and I'm like, hello?
Okay. Hello, more children. How many children are here?
Children, excuse you.
Sorry, you're small. And he's like taking a little bit to like look at you, and you hear another voice from the back. Oh no, I think that's a halfling. Oh,
half one.
sorry. What? Are you here to get us out? Are you here to save us?
I mean, we could, I guess. We just got in here, though. I don't really know a way out.
I mean, we'd
Unless
appreciate.
you think you can climb, but no offense, you don't look like you can make it up that high.
He looks back over at the woman. Let me give a quick.
Can you guys climb a rope?
I've been saving some strength. I'm not completely useless, but how far of a climb? And she's starting to like creep a little bit
80
closer.
feet.
I don't know. That seems a bit far. And
Yeah,
you can see she's like very quickly checking in with him, and he like gives her like a little nod of like that seems a little much.
I'm gonna take out some food from my pack and hand it to them.
You're okay giving this?
Yeah.
Thank you. And he like reaches through the bars and is like very, very eager to get any amount of food.
Yeah, I'll give them like some rations. Can I look at that gate? Does it look like a key, or does it look like
There is a key
something
built into it. It's mostly made of wood. This is not like a heavily constructed iron thing. But there is Fia's favorite terrain or favorite enemy is wood, any wooden structure. But there is, you get the sense that like there's some metal bracing it, and there's like some chains wrapped around here and there to give it a little bit of stubbornness. And there's a padlock, but it's pretty minimal in terms of construction.
Can I kick it, sir?
You can absolutely attempt to.
Beautiful. Excuse me.
Yeah, scooch to the side just a smidge.
He like takes the rations and is like starting to eat one and is passing the other one to the woman, and then like sees what you're doing and is like, ooh, or, like quickly backs up like I don't know about this one. You can give me an unarmed strike. Give me that kick.
Give you that kick. Well, I dropped my dice. Okay, I didn't roll it. I dropped it. But it did land on a natty one, so I feel bad if I don't at least say that.
I believe you were going to roll, and it has landed in a place where you can read the roll, and therefore it is the roll.
Yeah, exactly why I'm telling you.
You take 1 point of sprained ankle damage as your like boot slides off of a little bit of the wood and like gets clomped into like the bars, and like there's a little bit of like bending, but it does not splinter or break, and it's a very horribly embarrassing moment. The wood has won this day.
We're just gonna take a walk. We're just gonna walk it off.
You see both of them like
I can do it. I'm just out of practice. There's been a lot of book time over the last while. It just
everyone has off days.
yeah.
Can I take my meteor hammer and like wrap it around like a place where it looks like it can be easily tugged out? If not easily, like it would be possible.
It'd be possible. Yeah, I like this idea. Give me a strength check.
Fia.
We know how that went.
Are you so let me redefine. Are you wanting to use the meteor hammer to like wrap it up and like yank something to bust it open, or are you just like and like attacking the thing with the meteor hammer?
I was gonna pull it, but my strength is not super duper great.
Shove it in somewhere and try and if you push down on it, try and crack some of the wood open. Use it as a crowbar.
I could, yeah. Is there something like a beam up top that I can throw the rest over and like try to leverage it?
I mean, it's all gonna be a strength check. Any amount of
Fair enough.
you could be Orlando Bloom as much as you want. Leverage is still gonna be a strength check.
Fair enough.
That's
Okay.
But
two
could we put
pirates
more
references in one
But could we
stream.
put more bodies on the handle?
Using the meteor hammer would allow you to have more people pulling, right?
Yeah.
So I would allow like a
Or
combined
pushing down
strength.
is what I'm thinking to try, or pushing sideways. So if you like hook the hammer in between two bars,
Point of
and
order: meteor
It's not a
hammers aren't
hammer.
hammers.
It's like a ball on a chain.
I saw Haley's brain going for it and like whoop whoop whoop.
It's not an actual hammer. Sorry.
They are dope weapons, but they are not hammers.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
I can
now.
give you a hand on that if you want.
You don't have to. I rolled a 17.
Lovely.
Fia, if you would like to roll your strength check, it's not high.
Are you?
enough.
Oh, okay.
This is it is made of wood, but it is well constructed out of like reasonably thick trunks.
Oh, after this,
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay, it's a 16.
16.
No.
So it was a 16 and a 17.
Yeah.
Okay. My math is breaking. Roll
33.
Pebble. Roll a d4 plus 1.
Yes.
Where's the D4?
Go on, Pebble.
5.
5. That is exactly what you needed. You, between the two of you, like you crack one of these bits of wood. You pick out the one that is the most susceptible to this, and it damages kind of like how the door is built well enough that you are able to like start peeling it open and kind of just ignoring the padlock and getting the pieces of wood out of the way.
He like rolls a scroll back up quickly and puts it back in her pocket. Oh, save that for later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Check your inventory. Both.
Oh, just a quick question, just in overall things.
Sure.
Acid, could I use that on objects instead of people as well? Is that a thing?
Oh, which spell?
Acid, just acid.
Acid. It depends on, like, if it's coming from Melf's acid arrow, like something like that. It depends on the phrasing. If the spell is like target creature, only creatures, not objects. If it is target, and it doesn't say creature or object, then you have free reign to throw that shit at anything.
Oh, it just tells me that this is a scroll. Doesn't actually tell me the spell.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What is the actual name of it?
Melf's, MELF, not what you have written, you dirty bird.
We agreed upon this in a tech check one day, Matthew, and you agreed to it that it was canon to be MILF.
You know what? It's Milf's acid arrow. Mommy
Just
Milker's
keeping
acid
you
arrow.
honest.
It just says streaks towards a target.
Okay,
within
so
range.
that could apply to creatures or objects. A target
Awesome.
is anything.
Good. Oh, and it's still, even if you miss, it gets half. Okay, cool. Perfect.
Mhm.
All right.
It's a pretty good spell. Never underestimate those Milfs. They got good stuff.
Perfect.
Unhinged.
Good to know for
Bo-
next time.
both of the NPCs, they are very quickly like, oh, thank you for helping us. So, like, the woman is still just like munching and is like nodding like thanks. Do you have a? I'm still like looking at Fia. The confusion is only going up. Who are you?
I'm Pebble.
Mm. I'm Winnie, and Winnie pulls out a second lot of hands from behind.
Ah! Sorry, I shouldn't be rude. That's.
It's fine. You're.
I am scary. It's fine.
I'm Gyarados. This is Karana. And she kind of like
Fia.
waves full mouth.
How long have you been stuck here?
We tried keeping track, and it's really hard without knowing when the sun rises or sets. If I had to guess, a couple weeks, maybe a month or more. I'm not sure.
Do you remember what way you came in?
They brought us in through the front door. We were captured.
The big, giant stone.
The main
Front door.
stone door, yeah,
Yeah,
that brought us in over that rope bridge.
Right.
You've been in here a long time. How many of them come through here usually?
Oh, man. It depends. They sometimes add to their numbers. Raiding parties go out. Sometimes come back less. Sometimes come back more. If I were to throw a number on it, between 20 and 30 total. That's just the orcs. That's not counting the big one or his dogs.
Dogs?
When I fought the orcs, I didn't see any of that, right?
You did not see a dude with dogs. And you did not see...
I saw a big dude.
You did see a big dude. He was from a pretty good distance away, so perspective makes it kind of difficult to like, was he a big orc or was he a small giant?
Fair enough.
You remember there being a big dude heavily armored with an eye patch.
Does the big dude with the dogs, does he have an eye patch?
That's the guy, yeah.
I've seen him before.
Yeah.
There's also the... I don't see her very often anymore, but there's the blind woman. I think she's actually in charge, but eye patch guy doesn't exactly like that idea.
Oh. Power contest. We haven't come up against that before. Do you, like, specifically remember, like, did you come through the door to get here? Did you come up one of the tunnels to get to this specific cage?
In terms of the way we got to this room after we were in the place, it was through there, and he points over to that western hallway that ended in that double door that you saw.
Cool.
Right on the other side of that door, there's a small little area, and then that's where the rope bridge connects to.
So we should get you there?
If you can get us out, that's the only way out I know. But you guys got in a different, you said you climbed in?
Yeah.
Yeah, around the corner, where all the food is.
You see for a second he gets distracted by where all the food is, and that kind of occupies his mind for a little bit, and he kind of shakes that thought off. We could maybe climb, but it'd be tough.
I mean, there's a rope.
Even then. Fia, give me an insight check.
Mhm.
Pebble, you can do this too, because I think the only one who's tried this before is Winnie. So if you want to give this...
21.
21.
Sorry, 22. 22. I did math
22.
wrong. 22.
Fine, Lancer.
17 plus 5.
6. Fia, you could tell that, like, this dude is hunger starved, like, has not been being fed well, has basically been, like, wondering each day, are they going to kill me today? Is this the day I die? And despite all of that, he does have some muscle tone to him. He clearly was, like, adventuring or near adventuring level of fitness prior to his being captured. She is a commoner. She is out of her depth. You are not sure the circumstances of how they got here, and she looks like a stiff wind would blow her over. That climb is going to be nigh impossible for her.
Okay.
There was only enough room for like us to come down one at a time. Even this.
You were all, I would say y'all were all like distanced on the rope reasonably. You could come down, like you weren't like wavering in the wind crazy
But
time.
like I couldn't like put her on my back to.
Oh, she's a medium. She's medium sized. You are.
okay.
You would.
Right.
Bad times.
Right. Okay. Not very strong.
I would say there's a couple of points in that climb that it gets tight. It would be tough, and you'd be making a higher DC check even with the rope if you were to try and climb out of there carrying someone. It's not impossible. It's just gonna be hard.
Okay.
What if we what if we all climbed up and then we tied her to the rope and pulled her up? At least you guys are out. Or we could just go through the front door. I mean, we've got to look everywhere anyway, right?
Well, if they've got people watching the front door, my worry is how easy can they be picked off by arrows.
I know the lookout at the front door sucks, but I would worry about anybody coming back.
That double door at the end of the Western Hall, DM.
Mhm.
Is it open in or out?
That's a very good question. Let me go have a looky-loo on what this map looks like. Boop, boop, boop. It doesn't say, so I'm going to say it opens. It opens away from you. You are on this side.
There's
Okay.
saloon doors.
So I can't. There's no way of barricading that.
I mean, it barricades itself, kind of, right? Because it's following Fortress First principles, which is to have your doors open the opposite way of how you want people coming in.
Mhm.
So it does have hinges that would brace reasonably, and you could try and barricade it. They are stone doors, yes.
We have a lot of wood from the cage we just broke, so there's a room of food with a fire. 2 people who haven't eaten in a while, haven't had good rest in a while. We may or may not have to do a climb. We may or may not have to run across a rope bridge. Should we barricade it and just make sure they're well fed for a couple of minutes? Actually make a plan and then do the thing? Or should we just fly by the seat of our pants?
I mean,
I'm not wearing pants, so I probably shouldn't use that metaphor, but...
I mean, it looks like there's other ways to get in here. It's just the way they came.
I don't know if we should be taking them around everywhere with us, though.
That's my worry,
Try
too.
and
that's
figure it out.
dangerous. I think the least risk to them would be get them up through the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even
And
if we just
FYI,
take the time to do it.
yeah, and I know we're talking about you while you're both standing here, but
No,
we're
they're
just,
they're listening
you know.
intently, and like they don't mind. They're leaving this
Okay,
up. Like
cool.
they know that they can't actively participate in this as well as you can.
Yeah, okay, cool. Great. I just didn't I'm trying not to be as rude and obnoxious as I used to be. It's a process.
We are very much at the mercy of whoever is here, be it you or the others. And I can only talk them out of forcing that thing down my throat for so long.
The bugs. How
Yeah, let's avoid
how did
that.
they get? Did they take you just because you're an orc?
I was guarding her on the road. The other 2 that were with us died, and they kept us. I think they were hoping for some ransom, and then when that didn't pan out, the blind woman was saying something about converting me.
Let's get you out of here.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's go barricade that door first.
Yeah.
And you can see at mention of the bugs, the woman is like completely recoiled and like has like a very disturbed look on her face, like she has seen something and does not want to see it again.
It's fair.
I don't want to ask her about it then.
It was-
Let's get
I
you
saw a
back
bunch of
by
them.
the fire, and
Pretty
then
gross. Yeah.
barricade
I'll
that door, right?
if you guys want to barricade the door, I can take them to the room with the fire.
Yeah.
Maybe
Get 'em
find them some food.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mash
Okay.
that tater that you found.
Smash that tater.
Mash
So who's doing the barricading? Are you doing the barricading?
Yes.
Okay. So give
Fia and
me
Winnie are barricading.
Fia and Winnie are barricading. I'm gonna say that doesn't require a roll. This is going to be This is going to be a stealth check with disadvantage for both of you.
Sir, am I rolling 2d20?
You don't. It's not double disadvantage, but
okay, cool.
you are definitely. It's not good.
Oh, a 15 and a 12. That's not bad.
Not bad.
13, 14, 15,
I got a
16.
10 and a 9, so I just have an 8.
And I will say, sorry, to add a complication here, because you're moving around heavy things, you don't use dex on this. Just your proficiency if you have it.
What is that? So
Well,
what is my proficiency as a 2? So 14.
9.
Lovely.
Well, that means you don't minus your dex from the roll. And you just add your proficiency. Oh.
Oh man, amazing. Okay, I need to look at this other room. This is all my prep notes are in reverse, and it's taken me a little while to unspool my brain.
I told you we were gonna fuck
I know.
with your shit, Becky.
I love it. This is perfect.
The aim every time.
Yes.
Let's just take him straight through the front door.
No. You two start moving stuff. Pebble, what are you? Are you escorting the two back into that fire room to like start giving them a meal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They're gonna follow along. They're already have like completely munched through that ration that you were able to give them. Go ahead and mark off 2 rations, by the way. And Winnie and Fia, I'm gonna move you over here because you are just moving crates and barrels and doing a whole bunch of stuff that makes a whole bunch of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are setting up the first couple of bits at that door,
Before the barricade even gets in.
the door swings open, pulled open because it's not locked, and you see two orcs, one standing immediately in front of you, and then another one just behind. There is a brief bit of like, and then intruders in orc. We are going to roll some initiative.
I would like to use whatever I am holding to hit them, please.
Yep. We will do that on your turn. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is incredible. Alrighty, hopefully that battle map is informative. Oh, yes. Thank you, Dice. You are treating me so well.
Got a 16 on initiative.
Nice. Winnie, what'd you get?
6.
And Fia?
5.
Hold on, let me consolidate. I put Winnie way down from Pebble, and I do not need that space. I'm gonna bump y'all back up. 6 and a 5. Excellent. I will also roll for our little prisoners. Oh boy. Oh, they technically have disadvantage because of exhaustion. Okay, first roll sticks. Alrighty, it's going to be the orc's turn first. I rolled very well. That orc that is right there, you can see that. So giving you a little description of what's happening. There are 2 like stone pillars going from floor to ceiling, and it looks like they were kind of camping out, doing lookout here. There's like little bits and like snacks and stuff, and like little evidence of like sitting and spending lots amount of time here. And then the noise obviously attracted them to the door. One has moved forward and has opened the door and is immediately just like staring you down. The other one is near that rope bridge that swings across this massive gap between one side and the other. You see the other side, there is a bigger set of stone doors that are currently open, all well lit by torches. And you can see that the orc at the furthest back has yelled over his shoulder something in orc, but you don't see any other orcs at the moment. So we are going to start off with this one. And she is going to charge straight into Fia. You're straight ahead of her. Here we go. Shpow! That is just a 10 to hit you.
No.
That is going to miss. She pulls out a great axe and goes to swing, but just like the transition between stone door and stone hallway does not do any favors for her, and she messes up. This other guy, let me get a little sense of everyone that's here. This other guy is going to step through here and chuck a javelin at Winnie. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Wunderbar. Maximum damage. That is going to be 9 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, skewers me like a kebab.
And he's going to 5, 10, 15 to there. And you can just hear him yelling back through the cave. Rukar! And that is going to be his turn. Now I need to do a whole bunch of movement that none of you get to see. Yep. But
Yay.
Pebble, you are up. You hear like a quick like flash scratch of an axe on stone, and you do hear the yelling in orc, although it's like discombobulated through the stone. The orc that is standing next to you, the prisoner, immediately says like, "They know we're here."
Okay. Take what food you can and see if you can't climb.
Will do.
We'll keep them off of you. If you can at least get up there and stay quiet, I don't think they'll look up.
Sounds good. He's just giving you a nod. You can see him like looking around the room very quickly. She is doing Karana's doing the same, like looking around and seeing like, let's grab some food and let's do our best here.
Okay, yeah, and what I mean is if they can get up to like where the crack is, if they can just climb up that high and just hide.
Yeah, like actually hide like in the smoke hole. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the
Right.
rope with them too. Put it in their pockets.
Yeah.
Right. Right. If they can't make it all the way up, at least that far.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm gonna dash as far as I can, which is not that far, but I think you might have to help me because I don't know how to get this pile of junk in the middle.
Yep. What's your movement speed? 5, 10,
35.
15, 20,
So that'll be 70.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Woo!
Thank you.
You are able to get to there with 70 feet of movement.
Okay, I think that's all I can do at the moment.
Okay. I am going to rewind slightly because I'm finally able to adjudicate some of what the orcs are doing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So you see 2 more pop out of what were previously secret doors on the other sides of those. I mean, you're barely seeing these details, but it's very well lit over there because of the torches. So you are seeing these like very well hidden doors opening, and more orcs are pouring into the area. And these 2 are going to toss some javelins. They are both at disadvantage. You will have half cover, both of you. So actually, Fia, you're gonna have full cover. So add +5 to your AC against this.
Nice.
For a second, I was like, oh shit, it doesn't matter because I rolled a natural 20. But then I remembered this is disadvantage that I'm rolling. So 17 to hit.
No.
And then at Winnie, this is just half cover, so add 2 to your AC. Oh my god! Why can't I roll disadvantage like this all the time? That's a 22 with disadvantage.
Yes. Yes, that's all it.
So this does not bode well, y'all. Another javelin just comes flying, sailing all the way across that cavernous trench, over the bridge, over the other orc's head, between the pillars, through the doorway, into Winnie for 7 more points of piercing damage. and you can see yet one more orc appear over there. Whew, it's getting spicy. That was Pebble's turn. A little bit of rewind for the orc's turn. Now it is Winnie's turn.
Oh, okay. Now, can I? Because it's a rope bridge, I don't actually know what I can and can't do with this, but I have the Wand of Entangle.
Okay.
And it's got a 90-foot range and a 20-foot square, starting from a point with rain for the duration. These plants turn the ground. So grasping weeds and vines sprout out of the ground at a 20-foot starting point from... I don't know how it works. Can I do that?
I would say because it says ground, I would not allow it on... Well, it's a conjuration spell, isn't it?
If I started... Yes, if I started it on the ground and then traveled it up the rope, could I do 10
In fact,
feet? Yeah.
I would say you could even do it on the bridge if that's a more beneficial area because it's conjuration. It's making them emerge out of nothing. So the ladder, I will say the rope bridge counts as ground for the purposes of this.
Oh, cool. Then I will do the rope bridge on our side going back 20 feet.
Okay.
So like starting on the lip and then going back.
20-foot square, right? Or is it 20-foot radius?
20-foot square.
20-foot square. And where do you want to put it?
If you could put it like I don't know if you can see where
I can see where you're pointing. Yeah.
Yes.
Where were you going?
What? Here.
Right there. Okay.
So
cool.
starting here, going back towards into the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
15, 20.
Charge that manually.
Ciao. There we go. Let's see if I can't. Oop. There you go.
And it's a
So how's that look in terms of the area it's covering?
Yeah, perfect.
Do you want it, do you want it there or do you want it like encroaching onto that lip?
Yeah, I wanted it kind of just encroaching onto the lip a little bit.
Sure thing. Yep. There
Cool,
we go.
that's perfect. And so strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw, because the one dude's in it, and then is it when they enter it, they have to make another one? Cool. Strength save from that guy. Jesus, natural 20.
Yeah, he saves.
I think he saves. Oh no.
But it's still difficult terrain for
It
him.
is still difficult terrain. Very important.
then-
Amazing.
Bonus action. Is it use a spell slot to use the wand?
Nope.
No,
the
it uses a
wand
charge on the-
uses charges on the wand. So yeah, just
Okay.
I think it's like one charge per cast or something. So just knock off the charges and then you're good.
Perfect. And is that a spell used?
Yes, that is an action.
turn?
Yep.
No, but if I had a bonus action,
Nope,
Could
you can't. It still follows the normal spell casting rules.
spell
Yep.
casting. Perfect. I just wasn't sure if it was because it was not inside of me.
Yeah.
Then that is the end of my turn. I think I don't have any other.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
Nope, that's fine. Do you want to? Did you want to move at all, or are you good where you are?
I'm not going to take an attack of opportunity. I can't afford it, so I'm staying where I am.
I like offering some AOs if people want them. Never hurts. Never hurts to do a little AOO salesmaning. Fia.
course.
Fia, you are up.
Wonderful. I would like to grab Lady Orc in front of me and inflict some wounds, please.
Amazing. Yes. Make that spell attack roll.
Beautiful. Yeah. That is 19.
Ooh, that's gonna hit.
I need how many? 3.
3d10. Inflict wounds does not F around.
Nope. $19 damage?
19 damage. Amazing. A couple of things are going to happen to just blatantly steal a phrase from Troy LaValle. What does it look like when you reach out and kill this orc with inflict wounds?
kind of a little bit of a return to what happened in our previous dungeon when Saoirse and the Black Blood appeared. You just see, like, Fia grabs her around the jaw, and, like, coming out from where her fingerprints are pressing into her flesh, there's just, like, cracks and wounds of black blood, and she just slips to the ground at the door.
Amazing. I love it. The cracks and wounds ripple over the body, and you can see them happening to the mouth the most. And as the mouth sort of like splits into these disparate parts, you see that horrible little bug moving around in the mouth. And the chittering fills the space, and suddenly you see the orc's belly like fill up and just become grotesquely inflated as their body peels away, and a swarm of these dreamlings emerges in the space it once occupied. Thank you for thinning the veil, everyone.
God damn.
Okay.
Thanks, I hate it.
That's Anna's line.
Yeah.
It is.
There is now just like all these little like silver bugling things. Their abdomens are horrible because they look like they have like little like secondary mouths on the back of their butts, just like waiting to clamp onto something. And their heads are antenna and little creepy crawly, and they look like those weird like long silver cockroaches that get in and just never leave you.
Gross. Yeah.
Is that your turn?
I'm pretty sure that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to move? And I say that not baiting you into an AOO, because you would know that swarms have a reach of 0. They gotta occupy your space to get up in your shiz.
They're ahead of me, right?
Yep.
The door is the other side of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Do I have to walk through them to close the door, Matthew?
No, you could step to the other side. You could.
Okay, I would
go
like
over
to
there
close
and
the door. I would
Go
like
over
to
there and close the door.
Yeah, let's close
So
the door.
5 feet of movement, and then object interaction. Nope. Sorry.
No.
This is enough. Thank you.
Amazing.
Good luck on that bridge.
Good luck on that bridge. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. It's the NPC's turn. I'm gonna roll a quick athletics check for him. Damn. Oh, that first roll was great. It is a shame he's exhausted. But adding. Okay. Gyarados is actually able to make it like a good ways up that rope and is starting to make progress. And he sort of calls back. You hear like at a distance he's communicating between him and Karana. And that is all that happens there because you can't see anything else. It is now the Swarm of Dreamlings' turn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick on Fia because Fia, you killed its shell, so it's going to is going to move into your space. Oh, I forgot about that. Neat. Okay, cool. As it moves, you hear this like weird, just like disconnected thoughts in other people's voices are just like shouting and chittering at the edges of your mind. It is very distracting. As long as it is close to you, you're going to have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. It is going to move into your space.
Counter motion against your bug there, DM, just on the versions of what my character is doing at the moment. Considering she hears and experiences voices of other people on a regular occurrence, would it be as distracting to her?
Give me a wisdom saving throw. I like this. I'm down to play.
17.
I'm gonna say you don't suffer from this.
Okay.
You've already kind of got a little bit of that multi-tuner going on, and so you're ignoring this. He is now going to attempt to bite you, Fia.
Yep.
That is a 18 to hit.
That does hit. I'm also going to use Wrath of the Storm, so it needs to make a DC 13 Dex saving throw, please.
Love it. DC 13 Dex, correct?
Yep.
I got an 18.
Okay, so that's half damage then.
Yep. And I'm
That
going
is-
to need a dice roller for that, because I don't have that many D4s.
That is-
Come on.
How many
Five.
D4s?
The swarm also takes 5 lightning damage as well.
5 lightning damage. Good to know. Owie. You take 10 points of piercing damage as the bugs crawl up all through, getting around that armor and just piercing in.
Getting around that armor, I am in a skirt and being
I know.
attacked by bugs. I am
Hey,
having the worst day of my life.
It's still technically armor. And give me another wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's a 12.
12 is good enough. It's
Okay.
It's a low DC, but you really do not want to fail it.
Okay, amazing. Thank
For
you.
a brief image, everything's kind of distorting and the hallway is getting a little bit like weird and starts feeling like you're in the hallway of a ship listing to the side, and behind you there is someone in a boarding party. It's not Winnie anymore, it is some sort of enemy, but your senses come back to you. You're able to sort of filter out that vision and you do not act on it. It's Orkin time. That pun works several different ways, and I love it. 5, 10, 15, 20 for difficult terrain. 25, 30, 35, 40. Did you know, fun fact, orcs can dash as a bonus action as long as it is towards a hostile creature. Oh, then it can see. So it can't see you, so it's not able to get that far. It is able to
Whoa.
dash and open the door, get on the floor, everybody do the dinosaur. But that's all it can do. I'm gonna roll 5, 10, 15, 20,
Wonderful, Matthew.
25, 30, 35, 40,
Roll today.
45, 50, 55, 60. Ooh, I need to actually make sure. I need to play it honest. Do I need to be making checks for running across this crazy rope bridge? Oh, wow. Okay. Do I want to make that acrobatics check?
Yes, Matthew, I think you do.
You know what? Because I think it'd be fun, and I want to show y'all what happens if you fail. I'm going to make the acrobatics check.
Yay!
Because that guy's sprinting. He's hauling butt. He passes.
You need to do the other one too.
The other
You're
one
gonna set an
did
example.
the other one did have enough distance that he could have moved more carefully, because he was closer to this side. That is that. Now that they can see you, that was movement, bonus action dash. Now it's javelin time. There's a lot of times today.
Open the door that I closed?
The first orc opened it.
No.
They can do it too.
Rhoda.
No.
And
Horses.
this is going to be at Fia. You do have, I'm gonna say, yeah, you have half cover again from this.
Okay.
That's only gonna be an 11, so that javelin goes above your head, clatters down the hallway ineffectually. This one's gonna go. You know what? It's fun to roll the acrobatics check. Let's do this. Ooh no. What's the DC? Ooh, I think I failed.
Yeah.
That's a fail. I failed the acrobatics check. On a failed check, character makes no progress. If the check fails by 5 or more. Okay, so actually, scratch that. I missed anyways. He would have had to continue using movement. If you make the check, you're allowed to move at half movement speed on here. Because of the entangle, it's like quarter movement. So him just getting to that point on the bridge was everything he could do. She attempts to move, fails the check, can't move, and is now going to attempt to do it again. Passes that one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's it. That's all she could do, just getting to that point. And it is already, this guy moves over 5, 10, 15. It is already 2 orcs on a bridge with a bunch of fucking vines. Oh, she managed to make a strength save. Oh, I almost failed it. I'm sorry. That was it rolled to an 18 at the last second. But it is already a very crowded bridge. Not wanting to add to that pandemonium, is going to chuck another javelin. It will be at disadvantage because of range, and you're going to have +5 to your AC, Fia. So, oh no, super miss. Like the javelin just like hits one of those big stone pillars, clatters, and does nothing. You do hear a little bit more shouting in orc, a little bit of call and response, but nothing else happens. And that is the orc's turn. That brings us to Pebble.
Okay. I'm gonna move up. Getting it right here. Right through the door, right in front of and I will be let me do this. Yes. I will be using a key point for a bonus action to summon my arms of the astral.
Nice. What does that look like? What does the arms of the astral self look like for Pebble?
Definitely like a lot bigger than her. Maybe like a half giant size, like arms.
Nice.
Like stone giant.
So they're just like stone giant arms. They're like emerging out of your back and sort of like spectrally enveloping Pebble.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Any creature within 10 feet of me that I choose has to succeed on a dex saving throw.
Okay. So that's going to be the Dreamlings and that one orc for sure.
Yes.
Here's the orc. What's the DC I need?
13.
Well, orc failed. That's a 1. Is that 13 with the +1 from the belt?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then Dreamlings. Bad. Also failed. But if it's a particular status, I might have immunity to it. Or is this just some damage?
Force damage.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah.
Love that. Give me that force damage.
They're gonna take 8 force damage.
8 force damage. Damn.
Yeah. 2 force.
You see several of those bugs just get like just swatted and popped out of the way. And the orc takes some damage. Does not like that. Owie, kazowie.
And then I will use my action to I can use my meteor hammer at this range, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no disadvantage because it is a melee weapon. It has reach,
Okay,
but you
sweet.
don't have to use it. You will have, I say you don't have disadvantage because of that. Because of the swarm of Dreamlings, you will have disadvantage.
Okay, sweet. Okay, I rolled 2 11s, so that's 17.
17. Who are you targeting?
I will be targeting the Dreamling.
Okay, that will hit.
Yes. Sorry. Another 4 plus 4, so that's another 8.
8 bludgeoning damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. It doesn't look like it takes all of that. Looks like it being just a swarm, regular like physical damage is having a tough time busting through, but you are making some damage against it.
All right.
Alrighty.
I think that's all I can do.
Was the Astral Arms bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, I think that is all you can do. Winnie, you are up.
Okay, Winnie is going to cast Hunter's Mark.
If you cast Hunter's Mark, Entangle will drop. They're both concentration.
Oh yeah. Cool. She'll leave it. She's just going to take 2 swipes with her short swords at the Dreamling then.
Okay. Have a go. You do have disadvantage, but you can absolutely do it
By disadvantage.
because it's doing its own little chittering thing, and Winnie can hear these like little voices at the edge of her consciousness. That's what she gets, and just the sound of
17.
shovels. 17 hits.
Nice. And that's gonna be a 6.
Never underestimate Haley's ability to roll high with disadvantage.
6 damage.
6 damage.
Yes.
That is piercing, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't take
And
all of
then-
that, but you do like slice through a bunch of them.
Cool. Going to go again with the bonus action.
Okay.
What's it called? Offhand weapon?
Yep. Offhand weapon.
Yeah.
Still disadvantage on the attack.
Nah, don't hit this time.
Well, what is it?
9.
Okay, you don't hit. Their AC isn't ginormous, so you could have. It's not
Could've.
impossible.
No, I know. The roll was a 5, so it made me sad.
Yeah. It made me sad. Okay. You do some damage. Do you want to move at all? Remember, they're swarms, so they can't AOO you.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, guys. And
And
I just
then-
move.
Okay.
I'm only gonna move a schmidge back.
Just a smidge.
Only just a schmidge because I can't. Unless that's just made me have less cover for any javelins being thrown down the
Nah.
whole way. Okay, cool.
There's still, it's having to get past all of that. Like,
Perfect.
Yeah.
They can't arc it up.
no, they're not. They're not wanted. They're not the special league of assassins that can bend the javelin.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to make that character though. Damn it. Fia, you are up.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, you know what? No, actually, no. That might, yeah, okay.
And bleeding through that little chittering, there's like, leave her alone. And for a second, you swear that Saoirse's face is in the rock wall next to you. It's probably
Okay. Probably not. I'm going to technically disengage from the swarm and cast Shatter at the point on the rope bridge in between the two orcs that are standing on it at the moment.
not. Okay. By technically disengage, you're not taking the disengage action because you're casting Shatter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just technically not aiming at the swarm that is
Not
around
aiming at
me.
the swarm. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Casting Shatter
We're not moving.
on the point between the two orcs, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what is the area of effect on that?
It's 10 feet. The range for the spell is 60 feet, but then the radius is 10. 10 foot radius sphere.
Is there anything about I always forget which of the spells does crazy nonsense to objects? Does Shatter do like extra damage to objects or anything like that?
A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay. What's their save that they gotta make? These orcs? that are
It's a con save.
doomed
13?
anyway. Yeah, I'll roll a con save.
Amazing.
The mootest con save in the history of con saves. The one at the back rolls an 11, and the one in the front rolls a 17.
The 17 saves.
Okay.
So he will take half damage.
Yep. And then what's the full damage? Or I guess, yeah.
21 is the full damage? No. No, I can't math. Hold up.
Excuse me.
It's only 19. It's only 19.
It's only 19.
Oh, only
only
No, 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 no.
no, 21. 21
I'm
was
sorry.
too much. 19.
I'm sorry.
19 halved is
9.
9. Thank you. So, oh my gosh. A lot of things are going to happen right now. I'm wrapping my brain around all of them. Incredible.
excited.
The posts that this, just to give you an idea of what this rope bridge is, because I don't think that the art that you're seeing on the map is really an accurate portrayal of what this rope bridge is. It's not like slats of wood going across. It is 3 ropes, 2 of which are used as handles, and 1 you just put your feet on and walk across. And it's like bound up with triangles every so often to like keep it stabilized in a little like triangle wedge. So that's why it's like at best you're getting half movement on this thing during a fight. It is nailed in with these like wooden posts into like the rock of this far side. This shatter goes off. First off, the orc in the back, fighting through the vines, trying to make her way across. Just her arm and her leg erupt from her body as she just ragdoll physics engines all over the mid-air darkness of this void across which the rope bridge spans. The orc in the front just gets blasted in his back and is thrust forward, and it is his only chance at survival as the shockwaves of divine energy rip through those wooden posts, collapsing the bridge out from under them and having it fall in tatters. He now needs to make, what is this? I can't believe y'all are the ones that triggered this, but I'm loving it all the same. Strength or dexterity saving throw, his choice. Gonna be strength. He's a strong boy. I believe in you. My belief was misplaced. It was a natural 1.
Yeah. He does the whole like clawing at the ground as his weight overtakes him and he just goes down.
He like tries to grab on, and the lip of this stonework is also like damaged enough from the blast of the spell that it just crumbles out from underneath him. He conks his head on the way down and just you do not hear a hit bottom.
Nice.
2 orcs, very much gone. Extremely gone.
And the bridge is gone?
The bridge is down. The bridge is down. The bridge is out! Yeah. Amazing.
That is my turn. I can't do
That's
anything
your turn.
else.
Okay. Good turn. Good turn.
Thank you.
I will roll for NPC shenanigans happening elsewhere. Oh God. Okay. Oh no, wait. I do get another roll. Winnie, you hear a oh shit. Oh! He falls. I rolled 2 natural ones in a row. I rolled 3 natural ones in a row, all for comedy's sake. Ow, 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 ow. And when you fall in that room, you automatically land on the fireplace and take an extra bit of fire damage. So yeah, he's in a bad place. They're not having a great escape. Swarm of Dreamlings turns. It's back to the top of the round. The Swarm of Dreamlings are going to attack Fia again because they're in your space. They're gonna keep mounting. That is, good God, a 22 to hit.
That will hit, yes. But
They-
I can also do my thingy again.
You can do your thingy again. They will do
Yes.
less damage because they are small now. But yes, I will give you a dex save.
Yes, please.
I fail that dex save.
Wonderful. That is 12? 12 lightning damage? Yeah.
Okay. Give me a wisdom save. I want to narrate all of this as it happens, kind of instantaneously.
That is a 23.
23. You sort of body and soul reject the existence of these things as they nip into your heels. You take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
They do a lot less damage when they're below half hit points. And lightning ripples off of the bite wounds, arcing between each of the individual bugs and just sort of popping them like so much popcorn. And they are annihilated out of existence.
Yes.
It brings us to the orc's turn. That orc is going just roar, like, how dare you destroy all my friends? Ow. Let's see here. He is going to. I'll odds and even it. Odds, it'll go to Pebble. Evens, it goes to Fia. My dice have one objective today. It is to make Fia feel this. That is going to be, where is their modifier? Just a 12.
Nope.
I have yet to hit with a great axe. I can't do it. He's, what does he even do? Shouts back across the bridge in orc. And this orc is going to, there's no bridge to go across. So
I was gonna try and, I don't know if this ruins it, but I guess they still would have fallen off. But my entangle's there, and it's magical. Is that keeping the rope up?
no, because the ground is now gone, right?
Perfect.
So like,
Just making sure. I was like, oh, is that keeping it there? But it was like,
I don't think the vines have enough structure. The vines are trying to like grapple things and kind of like bring them to heal, but it needs a terra firma to work with, and that terra firma is now gone.
Cool.
So this orc is going to like 5-10 over to here. Boop, do a thing. Let me actually double check if y'all can see anything that this dude is doing over here. Nope, you can't. So walks over there, does a thing, and then is going to 5, 10, 15. There's 5, 10 to there, 5, 10 over to here, shouts out the front door, and then is going to 15, 20, and disappears from sight.
Suspicious.
Very
Okay.
sus.
All right, that is orc turns. It is now Pebble's turn. Pebble, there is one orc in front of you.
Alrighty. We're gonna hit with the meteor hammer.
Yeah, with the
And this is not a
meteor.
disadvantage anymore, right?
Is correct. Not a disadvantage. There is no more weird chitterings.
That's 13.
13. Ooh, let me double. That's close. Let me see. 13 exactly hits.
Ooh, okay.
Quad.
4. That'll only be a 5.
5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. He's still up.
Then I shall use another key point for flurry of blows, but I will be
Yeah.
using my astral arm.
Nice. So these two ethereal stone giant arms just swinging haymakers down on him.
And he's so
16
excited because she's also like, I want to learn to punch with them.
16 for the first,
That'll hit.
and 17 for the second.
Both hit.
And I will. Oh, that's another 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Describe your kill.
You know what? I think Pebble will swing the meteor hammer and wrap it around her throat before she pulls back and pulls her into just 2 big punches and then just punches her off the side.
Nice. Swings in and then just absolute boom right into the face and chest, and the orc goes flying into the back wall. Crack! You just hear this horrible cracking sound of bone on stone, and it falls limp to the ground. That orc is dead. There are no more orcs that you can see. There is a rope bridge, no longer in existence.
I'm gonna go 15 and just look around, I guess. Is this an action, or can I just try to listen to see if anybody else is coming across?
Yeah, you can absolutely listen. It's basically gonna use your passive. Let me look at what your passive would get you.
Okay, 12.
12. Do you want to get right up to the edge to kind of get as close as you can to hearing stuff?
No.
This is not an evil GM question. This is You can
Okay.
safely go to
Okay.
that edge. This
Okay,
is not
then
me
yeah, I'll be,
trickering
like,
you.
right there.
Okay.
And the unstable stone falls out from underneath you.
Fucking
I
right.
lied. I'm allowed to do that. No. You run up to the edge and listening for any signs of new movement. The only thing you hear is the sound of water deep below in the chasm in front of you. Looking down, peeling off of the walls, are massive tendrils of shadow that you have seen many nights in your dream. And the image of that well with murky water returns to the forefront of your mind. And we'll find out what happens next time.
No.
Sorry, it's time. It's time to quit. I'm sorry.
No.
That's all you get.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you. Quick, slam some channel points into those challenges if you have them. Unlock some extra cool cutscenes for our PCs to find out more about their backstory. Also, make sure and tune in for all of our other shows throughout the week. We're going to have Monsters and Counselors this week on Wednesday. Thank you so much, Scumbag City. We're going to have Monsters and Counselors this Wednesday. And then Friday and Saturday is our big Tales Pride Initiative event in honor of Pride Month. We are celebrating by playing some amazing games with some awesome guests. Go check out our socials for more information. You can donate to support Trevor Project and also to support us and just have a good time having some fun with some friends. And until then, keep it weird and creepy. Make sure and care about yourselves and care about others. And we can't wait to see you next time. Until then, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.